Welcome, everyone. This is Kim Milado here. We're going into our week 2 mastery. This is the free session. So I'm going to briefly go over the highlights for our guest here and for those who will be watching on the YouTube. Okay. So we're pretty excited, guys. This is an amazing mastery. I remember back in the age of 18 when I first took this mastery, had a lot to do with being able to truly own my calendar, right? How many of you guys can see the reaction button inside of your tools, right? You can see the reaction button? Yes? Is that a yes? No? It's on your toolbar for the
Oh,
Zoom.
I see it at the bottom, yeah.
Okay. Just show me a thumbs up if you guys can relate to what I just said. There we go. Good job, Martha. Good job. Good job. Good job. You guys are giving me a heartbeat. Now that's a good thing because we don't want to call 911 today, okay? So we went through week 1, guys, right? And then on week 1, we covered the core values. We're going to do the tools this week. And next week, we're going to talk about the niche. Then on week 4, we're going to talk about the audit. And on week 5, we're going to talk about the reality check. Let's do a quick recap of last week, right? So first and foremost, I want to recognize some people that did their homework from the ones that I saw. I think I saw Rochelle. I thought I saw Martha. Um, I'm not sure. Who else did their homework here? You can raise your hand or all right, I got Madeline. Madeline did her homework. Awesome. All right. Okay. Here's the one thing you're gonna understand. When you do the homework, is when you're gonna get the transformation. Okay. The homework is key, the accountability. Some of you should get together and also do accountability among each other. I was talking to Martha, and she had a suggestion, and I think it doesn't have to be men and women group. I mean, y'all make me feel sound like church, you know. But you guys could do co-ed, stuff like that. But I think the idea that Martha had was really good, and I definitely support it. On week 1, we covered the core values, guys. This is so important. Okay, we talked about faith, family, fitness, finance, and fun. Right? Why is that so important? Well, I just can't tell you enough. Um, you don't have core values in your life, you don't have foundation. You don't have foundation, there's a good chance that there's issues in your life that you're wondering why they can't be resolved, right? That's what I've learned over the life and understanding the true ownership of calendar. I tell a lots of people that we coach, you show me your calendar, I show you your future. It's not just about your circle of influence of the top 5 people you communicate with. Does that make sense? You could have the most positive people around you, but does that mean you own your calendar? No. So you could have the most positive people cheering you, but if you don't own your calendar, it doesn't mean squat. And that's what I learned. That was like a reality check, right? And then we had an honor to have Amy come on. How many of you guys enjoyed Amy? All right. Was that not a powerful message? Was that not a powerful message, right? That's pretty awesome, guys. And then what we did is we're going to talk about the tools this week, right? So that was week 1 recap. Now, when we talk about the tools, guys, it's pretty powerful because on week 3, we're going to talk about the clarity of your message. Are you communicating that through your calendar? We're going to look at your process. It's not just the social media, it's also through your automation. Are you communicating that? You see, you got to be transparent, not just in one place, but in multiple places. And that's when things starts working for you. Okay? Now, week 4, we're going to talk about the audit. We want to make sure that the people are going where you want them to go. Does your system convert? Are you getting people to schedule appointment? Are you people know exactly what you're looking for before you get to lay your 2 eyes on them? Right? The ideal here is not to do discovery during the appointment, is to do discovery prior to the appointment. How many of you guys agree to that? How would you like to know that before you meet somebody, you know exactly how you're going to solve their problem? Instead of wasting the first 30 minutes trying to find out what they need. No, you should find out what they need before you meet them. Does that make sense? Right? So, week 5 is the reality check. Now, what's exciting about week 5? I'm about 90% confirmed with Wendy. Anybody know Wendy? Right? And then on week 4, I'm 100% confirmed with Celine Scott. How many of you guys know Celine Scott? She's phenomenal. If you get to know her, this lady is powerful. She relates to Michelle 100%. You're talking about a mom of 6, a wife, right? And a businesswoman. Very, very busy life, right? But see, if you haven't seen the content that Celine puts out, it's pretty good. Okay? She's very, very consistent. And she's going to get to share with you guys on week 4. Okay? So, with that being said, right? Most of you know my story, right? Back in November, our back was against the wall, right? And we went from 60K a month to literally nothing because the comp changed and company decided to change the direction they want to go. So we had to bounce back. And we bounced back to over 79K, okay, in 10 months. How many of y'all here would be happy to bounce back to 79K in 10 months? Okay? Let me tell you, I didn't do anything different than a lot of people. I was just coachable. And I was willing to invest money in the business. Okay? So with that being said, guys, business, there's a reason why it's spelled the way it is spelled. How many syllable in business? Anybody can unmute and tell me? How many syllable?
2.
2. Busy and nest, right? Anybody know why there's one S in the first syllable? No pain, no gain. What does that mean? You got to spend money to make money, right? Because if you change that S in the first syllable as a dollar sign, there's only one, right? But if you go to the second syllable to nest, there's $2 sign. So you don't get to see the $2 sign if you don't spend money. Does that make sense? You guys look lost.
You got to put the busyness in first, right? You got to be busy and then you see the 2.
Hey, there's 2 types of people. Yeah, people who get busy doing something, and then you got people that get busy doing nothing. Which one do you think gets to make money? So, at the end of the day, guys, we did well. This is my second Stripe account, right? And then our Square did really good, right? And then we did our Stripe and PayPal. PayPal has always been good to us, right? And then Stripe, this is my second Stripe account, okay? If I were to count the Stripe that we made the first account, which is where I made over 30,000, right? With the first 90-day run, and we came in after 10 days started already, right? We did really well that first 90 days. Okay? We most likely have made over a 6-figure. But I'm not going to count it. I figure you can make it once, you can make it twice, right? And I believe that this month or this quarter, by the end of this year, we're going to make it happen. Our goal is to make it happen before November 4th. Anybody know why November 4th?
Is that your anniversary date, maybe?
That is when my 1-year anniversary with DGC. That's the day that I came on. I came on November 4th. Miss Cynthia here came on November 11th. Miss Cynthia here was my first customer. First one. So
Following the leader.
that's right. That's right. And tell you, we got an incredible journey. One day she'll tell you the story. Okay. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to hit stop on the record. We're going to take a quick break and then we're going to go into our general session. When we go into our general session, probably halfway or 3/4 to the way through, Melvin's going to come on. Melvin comes on at 7 o'clock. Okay. So let's take like a quick couple minute breaks. I'm going to grab some water. I'm going to go ahead and stop recording right now.